Marilyn Monroe, brand new VHS with beautifully bright watermarks. Look at that. Now, I've had this in my collection for quite a while, and I don't even know how I got in. When I first started collecting, I was probably a little more loose in the way what is accepted into the collection versus now. So I was tooling around with the Maryland shelves, and I came across this, admiring it, like, wow, this is pretty good. And then I saw this brown marks right here. It looks like water damage. Now, this was not sitting by someone's shower, like in their bedroom, right next to the bathroom, where the steam comes in and penetrates the tape, because the whole thing would be destroyed. This would have damage. But it's just right here. So I believe that this was just someone spilled water and water went all up in here one time, and they probably even wiped it, but when they did, it was too late. If you could see, there's little grooves overlapping on the shrink wrap about an inch. And in that, there's little grooves. And I think the water went in, and they wiped it, and then set it like that. So gravity caught the moisture, and it just went down. I think it was a one and done splash, but it sat there for years. And this has very small humidity holes. Very small ones. That's made to let the moisture out, or, if it's too dry, in. So that was too much moisture for these little holes. And this is a tight shrink wrap. Now, this is a pretty good VHS, and let me tell you why. And the only reason why I'm grabbing this, because it was close. This was in a pile for another show. And the only similarity is that it is a brand new VHS with a Blockbuster sticker. That's the only similar. It's different companies. They're produced at different eras, which why I want to show you. This is super tight. This was the early VHS release. This is a little later. It's a little loose, and this still had the proof of purchase perforated part. They used to get offers where you take this off, mail it in the snail mail. There were no computers yet. And then they would send you, buy two, get one free or something like that. And you would send two of these in, and then they'd send you a free VHS. And another thing is, when I got this, I probably tried to take the sticker off and it didn't come off. So I put it back. And so I'm guilty of that damage. But there's no way this water happened on my watch, because my collection is meticulous on how they're stored, where they're stored, temperature, moisture, and the way they're stored. That's like 15 episodes right there. But besides that, I pulled this one up to show you. Now, I probably learned from this sticker not to peel this back. It's not going to come off. But yet, it's lifting a little gently right there. But I am not going to be tempted to go like this, because I'm going to get halfway. It's going to start ripping. And I'm also honoring now, as time goes on, this is a pretty cool sticker. Now, the Costco stickers, Kmart, if they come off easy, they're gone. But because I did Best Buy show, I'm kind of leaving Best Buy's. And I have another show of Best Buy's coming up real soon. So this also has wrapping paper, Christmas wrapping paper. So that's another show. That's the pile it's in. And it's not just what you think. Sure, this was a gift, but I go deeper. That's the connoisseur in me. So let me just put this aside and let's talk about Marilyn. I am not keeping this at all. The sticker's ruined. The box is ruined. The case is probably, inside the VHS is probably ruined. Oh, there's one more thing I want to show you comparison. Let me go back just a touch. I'm doing one take. I don't have any list of what I'm talking about in order. I used to write a sheet. I'm the connoisseur. I just turn on the camera and put this in front and start talking. This case, the older one, has a hem on the cardboard. If you could look carefully, that's just the edge of the cardboard. This is like a pair of bell bottoms, jeans. They make a hem on the bottom about 1/4 inch. So the cardboard's extra thick right now because it's folded over compared to this. And that double thickness also makes it sit higher. Look at this. So if you go this way, Marilyn's sitting higher because there's more cardboard. It stops. If you go this way, it drops down. See, so that extra hem makes it a quality VHS versus, and that happens with DVDs. The first run's always the best as they get into the second and third, and then they intentionally make them cheap for the $5 bands, so I'm not going to get into that too much. So let's go to this. Now, here's the part where I can only do one take. Once I do this, I can't go back and say, let me shoot that show again. I am not keeping this. This is going in the trash. This is more of a documentary on what's going on here, what's happening. I'm shocked it stayed in my collection this long. The bottom of VHS have ridges. That's where this is. The cardboard, let me take this off. So I would never do this to anything I'm keeping. I'm not going to trade this. I'm not going to donate it. I don't believe in this mold, possibly mold, and I just going to end it now. So I would never open a VHS like this, but I even should watch what I breathe right here. Who knows? Where's my COVID mask? All right, so does it stop? Okay, that's pretty tight. Okay, now I got the trash real close to me for this episode. Now when I open this, look at that. Beautiful watermarks. 20th Century Fox. I think I smeared them a little right now even. So I'm trying to be careful. I don't need to. I'm not keeping this at all. Not even the stickers. I don't think. So as you could see, the water caused ridges from it sinking into the gaps under the VHS. Now I'm touching all of this. I got to be careful. So let's just get to this. I said I was going to shoot more frequent this year. And after my New Year's show, happy new DVD, year, go back and watch that show. After that show, I went to my rural location where I have most of the collection, and I forgot my microphone. So we're up to our 12 days, and I forgot my microphone. So I'm back here, and I'm going to shoot. So this tantalizing offer inside. There it is. Now, this was on the back side of the VHS, so it was on the water side. So I'm going to take a closer look at this. I save stuff like this. It doesn't look too bad, but fool me once, that one looks pretty clean. Okay, now the truth. Oh, it's not too bad. It didn't get moldy inside. And because I'm not keeping it, this is just not acceptable. And I just don't want to be breathing that stuff in, exposing my life to stuff like this. So this is the way it's going. Now, to look, it wasn't bad. It's still there, watermarks, and the undulating is the bad part too. So, and there's no mold in here. I thought it might be completely moldy. It's not. For a brand new tape, those ridges are not that smooth. It's hard. Let me see right there. It's just there's a lot of. It's like it's been watched 20 times. Clearly, it's new. So anyway, I still can't do anything with this because it doesn't have a box. And there's the hem I was talking about. They do a little extra when they first. The early releases had the hem, so that's why it was larger. And then look, the perforated. That's early stuff. You take it like that, and you say, "Oh yeah." Let's see what the offer is. Let's just keep this going. I have so much. I have like a 9-inch stack of just these, and I'm not exaggerating. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one up because I don't know if it got moisture in it or any kind of mold. I'm not going to even try and smell this. Use my sniffer to see. So there's the offer. Blah, blah, blah. I won't get into that. And to buy more. Now, one last thing on this one. This, like Hitchcock Envy, belongs in a box. This tag label belongs in a box. But sometimes they sell them individually. Like clearly this was sold individually. Oh, there's the offer right there. Oh man, it expired in 1998. Missed it by a quarter century. Oh, expired 99. Offer. Oh, there's two offers. The free video and the save $5. Huh, missed them both. So anyway, this belongs in a box set, which I have, but of course it's at another location. For getting my mic at another location and making it hard. So I'm making this year. I'm not worried about getting monetized. I'm worried about getting the collection in one place so I could do the shows that really are exceptional, where I could just grab anything off the shelf, anything breaking news. I can grab it. I don't have my mics. I might actually show my face. I really want to do studio grade production. This is really, my setup here is very simple. And of course I want more in the future so I could show you. Consider this a documentary on what I'm throwing away. Sagala out. Have a wonderful day.